afternoon, all. This is our annual end of year video where I do all the totals on how we did this year. Now, I'll be running the black sand concentrates, everything, you know, when I come in, I run everything through the sifter, all that stuff that goes through the 50 mesh goes into the black sand concentrate. We'll be running that through the tumbler with mercury and recovering the gold out of that. Then we got our jar that just has dirt in it. When I sweep the floor, when I empty out my backpack, when I dump the dirt out of my pockets before I put my pants in the wash, all that goes in that dirt jar. I don't know what else to call it. And then we will total up all the gold that we got this year, including the trips that I didn't shoot videos on, because you won't see Bennett a lot in my videos, because most of the time when I go out with Bennett, I don't shoot a video because I'm too busy trying to keep up with Bennett. So all that, we're going to find out how much gold we got this year, how much lead we got this year. Now I'm starting this video 2 days before Christmas because, you know, it takes several days to run all that stuff through the tumbler and everything else, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so hopefully I can get it all done, all edited, and have it out by the 31st. But what prompted me to start this today was I just got back from getting the mail. And guess what came in the mail? Food of the gods. We got Dano balls. These are my brother in Ohio, Mr. Dano, sends these out at Christmas. And if you haven't had a Dano ball, you haven't lived. These things are so good. I don't eat sugar. But guess what? I'm eating these. So thank you, brother, big time. Oh, and he sent me a jar of apple butter. I'm not a big fan of apple butter. But I'll tell you what, if you want to get your hand cut off, just reach for that jar. Man, that stuff is good. So, all right. One more thank you for my brother Dano. Let's get going on this video. Well, we're in between rain showers, so I thought, let's run out, see if we can pan out the dirt. Now, I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to try to do it in another pan. So, here goes. Now, the trick to this is when you first get it wet. Now, I got soap in the water, so that should help, but we want to make sure, since there's so much stuff in here that'll float, we want to make sure we get her good mixed up. Okay, now this first batch, I'm just going to pour that off. Okay. Okay, let's take a quick look. Now we got all kinds of junk in there. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab a magnet and get all this iron out of the way. You can see here we got a whole bunch of iron. And this is probably most all of it's out of my back pocket. Okay, that'll take care of our black. Well, there's our gold. Nothing big, but a bunch of tiny pieces. Okay, since this is so small, there's a couple pieces I can pick out. But I think I'm going to dump this and the black sand that I panned out in with our black sand stuff and just run it all with the mercury. Be a lot quicker, a lot easier. Okay, well, I'm going to get that set up and get that going because that can sit in the shed and run because it's got to run all day and then probably all night. So let's get that started. Okay, I got our black sands here. I'm going to dump those in there. Now I want to take, this is our gold we just panned out. We're going to put that in the 20 mesh. And any gold that's large enough to stay on top. There, we got a little bit of gold in there. Okay, we'll set that aside. Okay, now we want to put a little bit of nitric acid in there, not a whole bunch. But the nitric acid, that will help clean everything up. Get the gold clean so the mercury can pick it up, and it will kind of eat the lead up so we don't have to deal with that. Close this up. Okay, I'm going to go through this on the vibrator. It's the next day. It is a rainy, dreary day. It quit raining a few minutes ago, so I think we got enough time. We're going to pull the bowl. Let's take a look at the tumbler. It's been running all night and should be pretty dirty. As you can see here, water's pretty dirty, which means everything in there should be a whole lot cleaner. I'm going to dump this out, put in clean water, add some mercury, and then we're going to put it back on the tumbler. You'll notice the mercury is full of water, but you always want to keep your mercury underwater. Now we're just going to put a little bit in there. Okay, that should be plenty. Make sure our bottle's full of water. I've been using this same bottle of mercury for 20 some odd years. Okay, let's close her up. Back to vibrating. Well, we timed that pretty good. It's raining. What I think we're going to do now, that's got to run half a day. I may even let it run till tomorrow morning. Just depends on the weather. But what I think we'll do now is we'll take the lead, get a weight on our lead. We're going to have to take that into the shipping room. This scale won't go high enough. So let's get the lead out of the way. This will be in pounds and ounces. Let's get a tare. The big melted one out of there. Looks like we're ended up with 2 pounds, 1.2 ounces. Well, that's 2 pounds of lead that us evil miners have taken out of the river. That is now out of the environment. Okay, well, it's not raining right now, so I'm gonna run out, grab the tumbler, pan that out, get that all cleaned up. I'll be back in a few. Okay, got that the real fine stuff all cleaned up, and it's time to start doing some totals. So what do you say we jump over to the scale and let's get the stuff I just cleaned up, and then we'll also weigh the larger pieces that we got out of the dirt jar. Okay, here's the gold out of the dirt jar. 0.57. And then we have our super fine stuff out of the black sand. That is some fine stuff. And we have 0.82. 1.4 grams. We're off to a good start. Okay, time to start weighing the gold. Okay, we have 39 bags which represent trips, but some of these, like this one here, this was a 4-day trip that hydraulic pit. But each trip is a bag. Okay, let's grab 39 empty bags. Okay, let's tear out our 39 bags with the rubber band. And now we'll put the rubber band on our bags with the gold. And we ended up with 136.54 grams. Let's switch over to pennyweight so I can figure out what we got. We got 87.8 pennyweights, which is over 4 ounces. Not a bad year. Now my largest nugget, this one here I got, this was, found this metal detecting, actually it was on the trip where Pioneer Polly came down. So let's see how, and this one is 5.98 grams, and then we have an honorable mention here. I got this on the sniping trip. And this one, 5.12 grams. Those are basically my 2 largest nuggets this year. Now, best trip was a 4-day trip to the hydro pit. I got 14.8 grams on that trip. I've got 3 bags here. This is my best trip just out panning. With no metal detector, no other help, just panning. And that actually, it's my last trip out, which is when I went back to work the spot that filled up with water. And that was 2.18 grams in that trip. And then this is a trip that I took up to the hydraulic pit. Now technically, all I used was the backpack and a pan, and I got 2.84 grams out of that. And this one here is my favorite one. I got 1.12 grams, and it says no idea. I got no idea where I got this one. Okay, now let's add in the gold that we got recovering the black sand and the dirt. Okay, the totals for 2024. I had to write it down. We ended up with 137.93 grams, which is 88.69 pennyweights, or just a bit under 4.5 ounces. Not a bad year. But the best part of the year is all the fun we had looking for it with all the super good people out there. really looking forward to next year. I'm planning on doing more camping next year because I tell you what, I had a ball camping this year. So, gonna do more multi-trips next year. And this coming year, I'm actually gonna make an effort to try to do a video when Bennett's here. Because I never get to do them because I'm too busy trying to keep up with Bennett. So I think I'm probably gonna break his leg or something, so slow him down a bit so I can do a video with Bennett. Alright, well, that's pretty much all I got on this one, so I'm wishing you all a late Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I hope this coming year is the best one you've ever had. Alright, we'll see you in the next video.